Okay, I don't know if I'm going to post this video or not. The perspective's not great, but none of my videos are professional. I don't use professional equipment, and so who cares? I don't care. I'm driving, but some thoughts just came to mind that I thought I would share because they're funny to me. As I'm looking at my business, I own a restaurant. That restaurant has had construction up and down the street to the entrance to actually both, most of its entrances ever since we bought the restaurant back in October 2023. So we bought it at precisely the wrong time. The revenue that I could see coming into the previous owner's bank accounts quickly dissipated, and I know that there's an energetic component to that, and I've been learning a lot, and I'm sure that it's been so many things, right? Not the least of which is just my own vibration. I came fresh out of retirement from a federal government job. I really was desperate to own a business that wasn't a 9-to-5 job that I could I wanted something totally new. But I'm sure I was not in the frame of mind to be having a booming business either. So there were all the factors that I can blame, and it's a convenient thing to blame construction, right? So there we go. So ever since October 2023, pretty much have not made a dime on this business. And it's just been on life support, so to speak. So it's been a tremendous learning opportunity, but not something I've enjoyed, and certainly not something that has supported me. I have another business because of that. Anyway, to make what could potentially be a really long story short, here I am driving to the restaurant, no less, to meet with a plumber to fix a sink. And I'm passing signs for Minky Couture and Lola, both selling soft blankets. And there are not just one billboard for each of them along this corridor of freeway, but there are multiples on both sides of the freeway. They're not blip billboards where it stays up for a few seconds, disappears, and something else comes up. No, they are the classic billboard that you pay day in, day out, month to month for these ads that are pasted up and viewed by hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that travel up and down this freeway. And people like me look at those billboards and they think, who gives a freak about a blanket? Even if it does say it's the #1 sold blanket of 2025 or 24 or whatever it was. And there are people that are half naked enjoying their blanket. It's like, who cares about a blanket? And then the thought comes to me, oh, yeah, when we bought a home, guess who gave us a blanket? The builder. Oh, yeah, guess what? My sister-in-law, she bought one of those blankets to give as a gift. Oh, so it's people that want something somewhat unique that has a little panache to the name. They're buying these blankets and giving them as gifts, because most of us would never buy the blanket for ourselves, could care less, but the fact that someone has given it to us as a gift, we think, oh, that's nice. Oh, I've heard a lot about these blankets. I've seen naked people on the billboards enjoying these blankets. So they must be good, right? So they're gifts. And another part of me thought, but who cares? And then I remembered My wife cares, not about blankets necessarily, but she's spent oodles of time over the past few weeks buying or shopping for and ultimately buying the most earth-friendly, healthy, organic sheets and bedding and even a mattress to help us be healthier. Does it really matter? I don't know. And really, most of me doesn't care. I see her spending hours and hours researching, and I know she doesn't want to spend all of that time, but she does because she must enjoy it at some level, and she feels like there's a benefit from actually buying the stuff. So here we have this organic, natural wool, high-end, I'm assuming, bedding, sheets, comforters, duvet covers, a mattress. I mean, this is not something that I would have said, oh, definitely a need. I've got to have this. I wouldn't have said, oh, yes, it's going to make us really healthy. It's going to make us healthier. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't feel unhealthy. I don't feel like the bedding I'm using now is bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm fine with it. I could care less about anything else. There's so many other things on my mind. But there are people like her that are so into this kind of thing, so focused on it. And that's how companies stay in business. That's how money is and commerce happens. So I'm glad the world isn't all me, or we probably wouldn't have any bedding. We probably would be sleeping on the floor. Anyway, it takes all kinds to make this world run. So it's good to get out of our heads and remember that there are people that do buy Lola and Minky Couture. Enough people that make these businesses pretty dang popular. Well, popular and profitable. And how can they pay for all these billboards unless they're making some money? And this is August. They've had them up all summer long. So it's not like people are thinking, I'm cold, let me go buy a blanket. No. It's summertime. So it's gifts that people are giving. That's all I can think of. Here's another Lola with a lady in a bra and panties on a bed with this Minky or whatever blanket. Oh, the only blanket with 10,000 plus 5-star reviews. People are making bank on a blankie. So there is no reason I can't make bank on pretty doggone decent restaurant that serves food that I love, with a balcony that looks over a creek on a little nature preserve in a somewhat quiet shopping area that's in a really busy and unique up-and-coming part of town with more high-density housing coming online all the time, and the construction is nearly finished. So what? I could be a Minky Couture, right? What the freak? I've got to be my own obstacle. That's the only thing I can think of, because I have all of the ingredients that I need. There's people everywhere. The food's good. We have a fairly loyal customer base. Why the hell can't we make any money? It's got to be me. I'm the one who's not letting it in, because evidently people buy blankets in the summer. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed ranting, but it's kind of my realization, like, why am I holding myself back? There's no reason for my situation other than myself and what I'm learning, and evidently I need to learn it. So take a look at your situation.